Is it just me, or are floods in the world on the increase? I mean, as I talked to you this past week, Libya, wow, watching those homes just get washed away by a flood. But it's been Europe over the last few months, right? Not just North Africa, Libya, Europe, North America, South America. I've got family out in British Columbia of Canada, floods, and then just this week, Nova Scotia floods. And so I did what you would do. I asked Dr. Google, are floods on the increase? And yes, they're up 30% over the last few years. And the bad news is they're saying, watch out, because there's more to come. Jesus told a story about floods. And he just finished teaching about how you have a relationship. He talked about being forgiving and not non-judgmental in it. He talked about money. He talked about, not being greedy, but being generous with it. He talked about character, not being selfish, but caring for others, being compassionate. And then he told a story. He said, every one of you is like a house, and you're either built on a foundation of sand or a foundation of solid rock, like a piece of Canada. and he said, the outcome when your life is hit by a flood is determined by what you build your life on. And the two houses that he talked about, two construction projects that he referred to, they probably looked the same on the outside. The difference was what they were built on. And when the flood hit, one was washed away. That was tragic. But the other one, good news. It stood strong. Here's what's helpful. If you whatever you're sort of stressed out about in your life, just put that topic in, Google it, and then put the word Jesus beside it, and try and find what Jesus had to say about that. So, worry, Jesus. You'll hear about how to navigate worry and to de-stress. You finances, sex, greed, or good things like joy. And love, and just put the word Jesus beside it. I found that no one can give better advice than Jesus. And when you follow what he says in his teachings, what happens is when you get hit by something, it's just like you have more peace and security, more stability in your life, because you're building on something solid. You're building on the best advice you can ever get, the advice of Jesus.